virtual class today. So we'll start in a seated position, rolling your shoulders back down away from your ears and rolling them forward until your arms rest gently, hands on knees. Dropping chin towards chest for a deep inhale in through your nose and exhaling from mouth. And gliding your chin over towards your right shoulder, breathing in through nose and out from mouth. Keep gliding your face up towards the ceiling, breathing in through your nose and out from mouth. And chin over towards left shoulder, breathing in through nose and out from mouth. And gliding your chin back down towards your chest. Let your eyes close as your chin drops over towards your left shoulder, up towards the ceiling, over towards right shoulder, and down towards chest, continuing this motion, making a slow neck roll in one direction. And once your chin's toward your chest, pause. And start the slow neck roll in the opposite direction. Right side, ceiling, left side, chin. Until your head comes back down into a neutral position, keeping your eyes closed, our gaze softened. Bring in your three-part yogic breath. Inhaling and exhaling from your nose, sending the air down to your belly, rib cage and chest. Exhaling from your chest, rib cage and belly. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 3, 2, 1. And continuing this breath at your own pace. And next time you exhale, open your mouth, let your tongue reach towards your chin. And make some motions with your face, moving around your tongue, inside your mouth, around your teeth. Until your face completely relaxes, letting your eyes flutter open, dropping right arm down towards the floor as your left arm lifts up towards the ceiling and over towards the right side, dropping down onto your right elbow. If you can do this, keeping your left hip into the floor. Glide this arm across your body as you press upright, hooking it with your right elbow. Feeling a stretch. And start to rotate through your wrist and fingers. Letting your arm drop back down, left arm to the floor, right arm towards the ceiling, over to the left, until you drop onto your left elbow. Slide this arm across your body as you lift upright, hooking it with your left elbow, rotating in your wrist. Relax both arms down beside you as you lean back into your hands, uncrossing your legs, walking your knees together, feet outward towards the side as you drop down onto your elbows back behind you, hands plant underneath your hips, looking up towards the ceiling. As you look forward, let your knees separate, straightening your right leg, pointing toes towards you, pulling left knee in towards your chest. As you slowly lower down flat on your back, reach your hands around your left shin, rotating through your ankle. And glide your right knee in towards your chest, switch. Your hands dropping your left leg, rotating through your right ankle. And release your hands as you let your right leg straighten, bend your elbows, plant your elbows right underneath your armpits, in line with your shoulders, hands are pressed down into the floor, legs squeeze together, knees bend in towards your chest, hold. Let your legs extend and straighten, heels press away. And let your left leg drop, keep your right leg lifted, left leg hovering or dropping completely onto the floor. And switch. So right leg drops, left leg lifts. And switch. And switch. And switch. Switch. Until both legs are lifted, knees bend back in towards your chest. Bottoms of feet come together as you use your hands to help press and roll you back upright, reaching arms out and up towards the ceiling, and exhale, hands forward, elbows press into inner thighs, pulling your heels in towards you. And sit upright, come back into a cross-legged position, crossing the opposite leg as you walk your hands forward, all the way forward to help lift yourself off of your seat and crawling back towards the center of your yoga mat into a table position. Fingertips spread apart wide. Wrist, elbows, shoulders are stacked, knees underneath hips, sway hips and head in opposite directions. Bring in some full hip circles, rotating back off to the right, forward, off to the left and back. Walking your hands outward as much as you need. And reverse the direction. Until your hips press all the way back. Widen your knees, bottoms of toes come together. Sink back, wide-legged child's pose. Press into your hands, lifting up into a table, knees underneath your hips, wrist walk underneath elbows and shoulders, toes tuck underneath you, sink your hips back. As you shift forward, untuck your toes, sending your right leg back behind you. Press into right hand, balance your table, left arm lifts. Bend your right knee, shift it over towards the left side, reaching left arm open to the left and around to tap your heel. And cross your knees back behind you as you drop your left hand. Drop your hips back and onto your elbows, pressing back. Helping chin towards chest. And press into hands as you straighten your arms, lift and uncross, extend your right leg, and step it forward in between your hands as you lift your chest up off of your thighs and reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Fingers interlace, palms press away, looking upward. And elbows bend as your hands reach behind your head. Tipping over towards your right. Down towards the floor, elbows come together. Lifting up, opening, tipping towards the left. And back towards the center, reaching arms upright, hands separate. Drop them down as you tuck your left toes and straighten your left leg. Lifting off of your left heel, left knees bent, heel, chest off of thigh, reaching arms towards ceiling, high lunge. Arms shift forward, tipping and leaning, launching off of your left leg into warrior three balance. Arms lift as your knee comes forward. Arms can stay lifted, opens out to the side and make some hip circles, rotating and then that hip out and around. And the reverse. You can do this on the floor, letting your foot touch or keep it lifted for a balance challenge. And let this hip circle cross, ankle over thigh, arm shift forward, knee bends, hips drop into your balancing chair or figure four. And as you straighten your leg, let your foot cross and plant, folding all the way forward. So left is crossed in front of right. Head and neck drop. Deep breath. And uncross your feet. Keep your feet planted as you step or jump your feet back into a high plank hold. Lower down all the way, chaturanga, pressing into your hands, lift your chest into cobra. Before bending your knees, pressing back and dropping into child's pose. Rotating through your wrist. Before replanting your hands, shifting back forward into a table and balancing that table, left leg extends, right arm reaches forward. Left knee bends over to the right, right arm reaches around to tap your left heel. And right arm reaches back forward, plants down as left leg extends and steps. In between your hands, walk them towards you, peeling chest off of thigh, both arms reach up. Fingers interlace, palms press away, look at your hands. As your elbows bend, your palms fold behind your head, tip over towards your left. Through the center, tipping back, opening even more through your heart. Before tipping back through the center, over to right. And back to the center, lifting your chest, opening through. Before you tip forward, arms reach, hands separate, drop down, tucking your right toes as you straighten your right leg, bending your knee, lifting up into your high lunge. So establishing that hips are dropped, knees are bent. Deep breath in. As you exhale, launch off of your right leg into a warrior three balance. Hands reaching forward. Lifting up, knee comes forward, hands can stay lifted as you make those hip circles, rotation around in one direction and the reverse. Once your knee comes forward, cross ankle over left thigh, sink into your hips, dropping. Arms forward, figure four. Straighten left leg, cross and plant right as you fold completely forward, fold. Right foot's in front of left. Head and neck relax. And plant as you uncross your feet. You're in a forward fold. Keeping your hands planted, get ready to step or jump your feet back into your high plank hold. And chaturanga down. Lifting up into your upward dog or cobra. And this time pressing back into a downward facing dog. Heels plant, bending one knee and the other. Tipping your hips side to side. And keeping your hips planted, are your heels planted, hips up and back. Look forwards, extending right leg, bend your right knee, tip it over towards the left side. And keeping your right leg lifted straight and realign your hips. Walk your hands towards your left foot. So you're walking into a standing split. Hands can stay planted or press into your left ankle or foot. Hold on to your left leg, one hand or both, for your balance or strengthening. Nose towards your left knee. And let that foot drop, walking your hands back forward, hips stay up and back into downward dog. Walk your down dog. Bending one knee and the other. Pressing into your right foot, extend your left, bend your left knee, open it to three-legged down dog. And as you realign your hips, straighten your left leg. Square out your hips, walk your hands towards your right foot. You're in a standing split position, nose drops towards right knee. Hands remain planted into the yoga mat or onto your right leg or ankle or foot. And let your hands walk back outward, this time staying in your three-legged down dog. Before dropping your left foot to join your right, look forward, step or jump your feet into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift all the way up into standing, letting arms come out and up, palms reach together. Tip over towards your right. Ardha Chandrasana, back towards your center and over towards your left. And back towards the center, slight back bend. Before tipping forward, letting your hands separate, knees bend, hips drop into chair Utkatasana. Let your arms open out wide to the side, rotate back behind you as you shift and lift your right heel, lifting your knee all the way to cross it over your left. Drop your chest towards your thigh, reaching your palms away from you, keeping them clasped together. And uncross plant that down, fold completely, Yoga Nidra. And keeping your hands, palms together. Let them drop towards your back enough to lift you enough back into your chair position, making sure your knees are not spilling past your toes, pressing into your right foot, left heel lifts. And get ready to lift and cross that ankle over your knee as you reposition and fold. Letting hands press away or come out to help keep your balance. Hands drop down as you uncross. Hands reach forward into chair, deep breath in. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, knees bend, dropping, lifting your heels up off of the floor and walking yourself forward onto your toes, keeping heels lifted towards the top of your yoga mat. Your bear walk or crawl forward. And walk your hands back behind you enough to plant into your seat. Extend your legs out in front of your toes pointed towards you. Arms inhale out and up. And exhale to fold. Look forward, keep your hands connected to your toes if you can as you slide or glide your seat forward. Knees bending outward, bottoms of feet come together, lifting your heels, hands reach underneath your heels, walking them towards you, pressing off of your feet and into your blossoming lotus. Hands stay positioned where they are as your feet plant. Elbows bent inward, chin towards chest, tucking round through your spine into your turtle position. And as you look forward, release your hands, pulling your knees together and into your chest, hugging elbows around knees. Lift off of your toes, reach your fingers towards your toes if you can, as you press off of your heels without falling all the way back. Let your legs extend and fold. And reach your hands around, elbows plant underneath your shoulders, legs still extended. Lowering right leg, letting it hover and hold, heels press away. And lift, left leg drops, hovers and holds. And lifts. Another time for right leg drops and hovers. And lifts, left leg drops. And lifts till both legs are lifted. Knees bend into chest, arms straight and falling all the way back, rocking side to side. Rotating through your ankles and toes, taking deep breaths, relaxing your head and neck, and gliding your knees towards your armpits, feet to the ceiling, hands to feet into happy baby, massaging in between your toes. Until the bottoms of your feet come together, hands release onto your belly. Legs drop. Reconnecting with that 3-part breath. Feeling the expansion as you inhale and the retraction as you exhale. And arms open out wide to the side. Knees come together, stack and drop to the right, lifting left hip. Look over your left shoulder into a twist. Knees and neck glide through center, knees stack and drop to the left, look over right shoulder, and breathe. And knees and neck back through center, let your legs straighten, let your arms straighten and reach by your ears into a full body stretch. Tipping gently from side to side, pressing one heel and the other away from your body. Until you settle into stillness, letting your arms coming up, come back around out to the side, shifting in your seat and your hips, letting your lower back relax into the floor, letting your toes tip outward. Legs gently separate, eyes close. As you come into your Shavasana, corpse pose, hands can press downward, the palms can open. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles, rocking your head and neck from side to side. As you bend your knees, pull them in towards your chest, rock from side to side and on to one side. Pressing into your hands and lifting yourself back upright and into your seated position. Rolling shoulders back down away from ears, letting your arms drop down beside you as you inhale them out and up. Exhale, out and down. Inhaling out and up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, palms come together. And this time as you exhale, glide your thumbs right down to the center of your forehead, in between your eyebrows. As you close your eyes, bow forward to yourself, setting your intention for your day or weekend or month ahead. Glide your thumbs right down to the center of your chest as you bow further into gratitude for your yoga practice and intention and yourself for participating this morning. Before lifting your gaze, namaste. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you next Friday at 10:30. Have a great weekend.